All right, let's just call it what it is. Buying a home in Sacramento right now feels impossible for a lot of folks. You've been scrolling through Zillow, Redfin, watching prices climb, interest rates doing their thing, and thinking, how the hell are people still affording this? Especially if you're looking for new construction. But here's what most people don't realize. There are brand new builder warranty, energy efficient homes with huge incentives that are still available in the greater Sacramento area, and many of them are priced below $600K. In fact, in this video, we're focusing specifically on new construction homes priced below $600,000. If you stick around until the very end, we even have one of the standout communities that has homes priced just under $500,000. We're walking through real homes, not renderings. We're touring real neighborhoods, not future phases. And we're breaking down 6 areas where new homes are still affordable and being built. Roseville, Natomas, Sacramento, Rancho Cordova, Elk Grove, and all of the top new areas where new construction is happening in the greater Sacramento area right now. So if you've been feeling like you missed the window, this video is going to change your mind. So we're going to dive deep into our first neighborhood, which is going to be Natomas.
All right, we're kicking things off in North Natomas, one of the best located neighborhoods in the entire Sacramento area, especially if you're commuting downtown or heading to the airport often. We're checking out Terrace Park by TriPointe Homes, a clean and modern community built with intention. Think green belts, walking trails, and a small community park woven right into the neighborhood. Okay, now while Plan 1 is technically their most affordable floor plan, coming in at about 1,815 square feet and starting around 574,000, it's not currently modeled. All right, so today we're walking you through their Plan 3, which is a bit larger at 2,011 square feet. It's got 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and some seriously well thought out living spaces. Now, this plan feels super open on the main floor. The kitchen layout is great for entertaining, and upstairs you got a huge primary suite and a loft space. All right, so walking into this home, you're gonna notice that we have high ceilings. We have a nice wide entryway. Now the door is gonna be off to the side of the home and it's gonna come all the way back down as we walk back towards the living room area. This is gonna be a coat closet spot. You're gonna have stairs that take you upstairs. We'll check that out in a minute. But first we'll come back towards this great room spot. Now as we walk back in here, you're gonna have this nice big great room spot. You're gonna have a spot for your dining room table over there and a really nice kitchen, a nice big island, especially for this size of home. And then you're gonna have a nice pantry here and you will have really nice appliance options with cafe appliances. Now, before we head upstairs, let me show you where the guest bathroom is downstairs. So you're gonna come back this way. This is gonna be entrance in from the garage, and then you're gonna have a little landing spot, and then you are gonna have a small powder bathroom over here. Now, these homes are gonna be a little bit on the smaller side, a little bit more compact, because they are keeping them at that lower price point. So it's really nice that you're able to get into a 4-bedroom home for under $600,000. Back over here, you're gonna have a big, nice living room. You can see they have a really big size sectional couch here. This is gonna be the perfect spot for entertaining. You can be in the kitchen making a meal while your spouse is sitting on the couch watching TV. And you have plenty of space for everybody if they're over enjoying the game or hanging out for a game night. You're also gonna have a nice dining area back here, which is gonna have a nice open view towards your smaller backyard. Now, walking outside, you are gonna notice that you're gonna have a smaller backyard. It's the perfect spot if maybe you've got a dog or you wanna just sit outside and enjoy a cup of coffee. And it's nice because you don't have a ton of space that you have to take care of. So one thing that we are noticing as people are relocating to the Sacramento area is that people are wanting smaller yards where they have less stuff to maintain so that they can travel, they can enjoy their life, they can go out and do a bunch of other things instead of staying home and taking care of massive yards. So that's really nice here that you get the option for that. And it's not going to take a lot of work to actually build out this backyard, because keep in mind when you do buy a brand new construction home, a lot of times the backyard is just dirt and it's left to you and your imagination with what you're going to do. So smaller yard, easier yard to put in for you. All right, so coming upstairs, you're going to have this hallway. Over here is going to be a nice linen closet. It's actually pretty deep. Really nice that you have that storage space here. Now, walking further down the hallway, you're gonna have the first of the secondary bedrooms right here. Now, this is still a pretty decent sized room. You can see they've got a twin size bed in here. You've got a nice little nook where you could put a desk or a dresser. You still have the high ceilings, and you've got nice natural light coming in from the side of the home. All right, now walking down the hallway a little bit further, off to my left is going to be your laundry room. This is going to be just a smaller, kind of more standard laundry room. You are going to have space for the big front load washing machines. You are going to have the option for overhead cabinets, and the nice thing is in the laundry room, because it is a wet area, you're always going to have a hard floor surface in here. Now over here you are going to have your technology panel where all of the media stuff is going to come into the home. Now the nice thing about this builder is they put it in the laundry room so you don't have technicians going into your primary bedroom closet. Now walking further back down the hallway, this is going to be the shared bathroom space for all of your secondary bedrooms. You are going to have double sinks, which is nice, and then you're going to have another little alcove back here where it's going to have your toilet and your shower over tub. Now the nice thing about how they have kind of framed this setup is they don't have it shown this way, but you could add a door here, which would be nice if you've got multiple kiddos that are sharing this space, because one can be in there using the bathroom while the rest are in here brushing their teeth. So it is nice that they kind of framed it out that way. If you wanted to add a door later, you could. Now coming all the way back towards the end of the hallway is going to be another bedroom. Now these bedrooms, I'm not joking when I say they are pretty big. This is a full-size bed. You still have plenty of space on both sides of the bed. You've got a nice sliding closet right here. You've got a window that's going to face towards the front of the house. And then you have all of this space over here where they put a desk at the end of the bed, and you've got a big dresser right here. So tons of space in this room for maybe kids that need to share a room, or if you need to do a little study situation in the room, you can definitely do that with how big these rooms are. All right, now around the corner from that room is going to be the last of the secondary bedrooms upstairs. Now this one's probably going to be the smallest of the secondary bedrooms. You're going to have two windows that are going to face towards the front of the house, a nice little alcove here where you could put a dresser or a desk. You are going to have a smaller sliding closet door on that side. But still plenty of natural light for how small this room is with the multiple windows. You still have the high ceilings, and you've got plenty of space for a kid to sleep here. All right, now walking into the primary bedroom. This bedroom is going to be on the back section of the home. It's going to be over your living room space downstairs and that kitchen. Now the thing that I like about where they place this primary is if you're downstairs enjoying company and your kids are upstairs in their bedroom, it's nice that your kids aren't over that living area space, because they're going to be loud upstairs. You're not going to hear them walking around, so that's really nice. Now this is a pretty big size room. You've got a king size bed here. You've got two big nightstands on that side. You still have plenty of space over here for a big dresser. And then you've got a nice little spot by the back window where you could do a little seating area. You have a nice big window that's going to stare out to the backyard, and depending on where your home is situated, you might even have a view of the park. Walking further back, this is going to be the primary bathroom. You're going to have his and her sinks right here, a nice big vanity. You are going to have a nice walk-in shower enclosure, and then you've got your water closet, and then all the way back is going to be the primary closet. Now this is a big enough closet for all of your things. You still have a ton of space in here, which is nice, especially for the size of this home. The one thing I do love about this home is that it's very well thought out. You've got a lot of space for storing everything. You've got a lot of space for all of your stuff. Now, as for the neighborhood, it's a part of the North Lake Master Plan, and location-wise, Natomas is tough to beat. You're about 10 minutes to downtown Sacramento, less than 10 minutes to the airport, and you've got easy access to I-5 and I-80. Plus tons of shopping and dining nearby, including the Promenade, Rayleigh's, Target, you name it, it's close by. Schools here fall under Natomas Unified, and while the district overall has a mix of ratings, there are some great charter options nearby, like Westlake Charter and Natomas Charter School. TriPointe is currently offering flex cash that can go towards closing costs, design upgrades, or even a rate buy down if you work with their lender. So if you're trying to stretch your budget a bit further, that could definitely help. For example, the floor plan that we just walked through is currently offering a 4.99% on one of their quick move-in homes. Now, bottom line, if you're looking for new construction under $600K with great commuter access and move-in ready availability, Natomas definitely needs to be on your list.
All right, now we're in Elk Grove, and let's be real, this place probably doesn't need an introduction, because if you've been watching this channel for any bit of time, we've talked about Elk Grove plenty. But even if you're doing a little bit of research on Sacramento, Elk Grove is almost always in the top 3 of places that you guys reach out to us about. So you've got top rated schools here, tons of parks and shopping, newer developments, and a strong sense of community. It's clean, it's family friendly, and it's just super livable. So today's community that we're going to be touring for Elk Grove's lowest priced home is going to be Hamilton Park by KB. Now this is going to be located right off of Bradshaw and Calvine. It's tucked back just enough off the main roads to feel quiet, but close enough to everything so you're never more than 5 to 10 minutes from groceries, coffee, or even Target. Now, the most affordable floor plan that we're gonna be checking out is going to be that floor plan back there. It's gonna be the 1404, and that's gonna be 1,404 square feet, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-story home, super functional, great setup for downstairs kitchen, peninsula pantry, laundry, upstairs, bedrooms tucked away on the 2nd floor. And yes, this plan is going to be starting off at $495,707, so under that $500K price point in Elk Grove, and that's move-in ready, not just base pricing with a long build time. So let's go check it out. All right, so now we're going to be checking out their 1404 floor plan. Now this is going to be one of their smaller floor plans, or this is going to be their smallest floor plan. So when we walk in, there's not going to be a ton to it, but again, we're coming here for the price. Now this one is going to be starting off under that $500K price point here. So again, flipping it around, you know, we've got the door right here. We have the sales office, which is the garage right there. And we're gonna kind of dump right into the main living room area. So 1,404 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. So 2-story, backyard's a little bit bigger on this one. We'll go out there in a second, but the nice thing is that I really love about KB, when you come into their models, usually the first model is always gonna have a lot of their standard finishes and features. So this is a standard cabinet color. These are their standard countertops. The flooring is not so much standard as it relates to location, but you get an idea of, like, if you didn't wanna pay any money, you didn't wanna upgrade anything, this is what a standard countertop and cabinet's gonna look like. We actually installed this same countertop in one of our last houses. I love it. And then they're gonna have this lighter, kind of blonder version of these cabinets. They're also gonna have a darker color cabinet as well too. So we've got some Samsung appliances. That's a first. Usually I see Whirlpool or KitchenAid in here, but I think they have Samsung in this particular development. You know, size of the countertop, things like that. So, you know, pretty much all, you know, one spot. They do have an island, you know, so this floor plan, you know, kind of takes up a little bit of space, but 1,404 square feet. You've got, you know, backyard area, and you've got a spot for a little table right here. Then just right off of this kitchen, you're gonna have your downstairs half bath, which is gonna be primarily used for your guest. And then right around there, we're gonna come up to the upstairs, and then this is going to be where all of your primary bedrooms and your secondary bedrooms are. So again, not the hugest space up here. You've got a hallway down to the primary bedroom there. You've got a full laundry room there, and then you're gonna have 2 bedrooms that are pretty much gonna mirror each other as it relates to this. So this first one is going to be towards the left side of the house. You are gonna have a standard double sliding closet door. This is probably a full bed for perspective, just so you can kind of see it. This window faces out towards the front of the house above kind of the garage area. And then you've got 2 kind of smaller nightstands on either side. Coming into this room, we have a little bit bigger, it feels like. And then you also got a walk-in closet on this one too, which is super nice. So you have less space wasted by the double sliding closet doors, but then you also have, you know, plenty of wall space for a dresser. You've also got all that wall space over there too. And then I'd say these ceilings are probably just about 9 feet. So not super tall. If you had a fan in here, definitely bunk beds, you'd knock a kid's head out. But, and then you have the upstairs bathroom. So again, standard cabinets all throughout the house, standard countertops, shower over tub, pretty standard when you have that secondary bathroom. And then the nice thing is this one has a full laundry room. Some of these homes, sometimes the layout, they only give you like a upstairs laundry closet, but this one has a full door. You can close it off if you want to. And then you also have kind of storage, towels, linen closet, so good use of space in here. And then coming out and then around to the master bedroom. Now this is going to be pretty much the entire backside of the house. So plenty of wall space. You've got a pretty big sized dresser on that wall that's behind the laundry room.
You've got a lot of natural light in here. You've got 2 windows that frame either side of the bed, and then you've also got this other window that's over to the side. And then these are, you know, oversized large nightstands, king size bed, and then another large nightstand. And then you have your, you know, open space into the primary bathroom. I know a lot of you guys don't really like that. You guys would prefer like a door or this to be closed off, especially if one person is, you know, sleeping and the other person is, you know, getting ready for work or whatnot. Double vanity sink, shower, no tub, and then you've got your water closet here. And then you have a little bit more sizable or sensible closet. So not a ton of space, but also not a ton of space wasted. Sometimes you see these big oversized closets that look like they could be nurseries or second bedrooms or whatnot. And then a lot of people don't really even have the size or the space to accommodate some of that stuff. So let's go out into the backyard. We'll check out the backyard real quick, and then we'll go and we'll talk about some of the incentives and some of the pricing of the other parts of this development. Now, this plan is going to start off at $495,707. So they are going to have an available move-in ready floor plan that is going to start off at $495,707. So under $500K in Elk Grove. Pretty crazy. I know a lot of times we don't really see that. And this is not just the base pricing, this is inclusive of options and upgrades. So a little bit more improved or a little bit more upgraded than what we saw in there. So sometimes KB throws in solar, sometimes they offer a ton of energy efficient systems. They give you the option to personalize your finishes to the design studio. So if you want that, you can definitely get that type of home, and the base pricing is gonna start off a little bit lower. But the location for this development is gonna be about 20 to 25 minutes from downtown Sacramento. So it's gonna be right off of Highway 99. You're gonna have all the parks, the trails, the schools, all within a short drive in Elk Grove. So schools here are going to be Elk Grove Unified School District, which we know that's a huge reason why a lot of people move to this area, but always check the website. They're constantly changing those lines all the time. So we don't want to commit to telling you that it's one set of school districts, because we've seen, especially this happened in Roseville, but they've changed the lines. And so make sure that we go to like Elk Grove Unified School District boundary map or other resources to really figure that out. So now the last part here is the incentives. Now KB doesn't offer a ton of incentives because they are one of the lowest priced builders in this area. So right now they're offering $5,000 towards closing costs if you go with their preferred lender. And they're known for sometimes flexing a little bit more on the deal. Sometimes, you know, if you're serious, we can always figure out ways of helping you negotiate that. But bottom line, you're getting an under $500K new construction solar home in one of the best suburbs in the entire region, which is a hard combination to beat, especially for those of you who are trying to find under $500K in the Sacramento region. So if Elk Grove's on your radar, if you're just trying to figure out what your options are across the Sacramento area, drop us a comment down below. Let us know what your budget is, what's important to you, school, single story, backyard, and we'll reply trying to help you get into the right direction. Now, if this floor plan was a little too small for you, or you have a little bit of a higher budget, but you still want to be in Elk Grove, they do have 4 other floor plans that are going to be coming soon. They have a 1462 that's going to be priced also at $499, all included price. They have an 1885 square foot floor plan. That's a 3 to 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom with a loft. That one's going to start between $545 and go all the way up to $550. They're going to have a 2049 square foot floor plan. It's going to be a 2-story, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms with a loft. That one's going to start off at $567, go all the way up to $588,000. And then their other biggest floor plan, the other one that we saw at the beginning of this video, the 2111, that's going to be a 4 to 5 bedroom, 3 bathroom with a loft, and that one's going to start off at $572 and go up to $604. So if you have any questions, you want to check out this development, make sure you guys reach out. That phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message. We absolutely love when you guys reach out to us. All right, next up, we're in South Sacramento, specifically the Vineyard area. And if you've been struggling to find a new home that gives you a little bit of breathing room, but still keeps you under that $600K price point, this one is definitely the one to watch. We're gonna be at Bluestone at Wild Hawk North by Taylor Morrison, just tucked in south of Vineyard and east of Highway 99. Now this area feels quiet. The homes aren't stacked on top of each other, and the overall vibe is super residential. There is a golf course that's going to be just east of this community called the Wild Hawk Golf Course. Now the most affordable plan in this community is going to be called the Delia. It's a 2-story, 1556 square foot floor plan, 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms, starting off at $519,999. It's a super clean layout, smart use of space, and it keeps you in that entry level range without feeling like a budget home. The only catch is this particular development doesn't have the Delia model, so instead we're gonna walk you through the aisle floor plan, which is gonna give you a great feel for
for Taylor Morrison's design, style, finishes, and flow. It is going to be a little bit larger and it is going to be a little bit higher price point, but you're gonna see exactly what comes with the layout and the livability in this community. So let's go check it out. All right, so walking in here, it's gonna be a little bit different of a tour today because I don't have Lauren here holding the camera, but this is gonna be their aisle floor plan. Now this aisle floor plan is gonna be their plan 3. It's gonna be 1778 square feet. It's gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, 2-story home. So 1,700 square feet. Price on this one is gonna be right at $550. So right out the gate, we got a stairway that's right on the inside of the door. And that's gonna take you up to your 2nd level. But the nice thing that I really like about this floor plan is you have a decent sized hallway, so it doesn't feel super encroached or closed off. You are gonna have a garage that's gonna be right here, not too far away from the kitchen, which is really nice for those Costco hauls. And then behind this door, you're gonna have your half bathroom, which is gonna be ideal for your guests that come over and visit the home. So these homes are gonna be best utilized for space. So lower price point, you're still getting a brand new construction home with killer incentives, but you are gonna have a little bit more efficiency on space. You still have a nice island here. I know sometimes at the lower price points, you don't see the islands in the middle of the kitchen, but this still gives you a good space between your living room, your dining room back there, and then you have your kitchen cooking space, right? So you still have nice white cabinets. No pulls on these, but those are still super easy to put on. You have granite countertops in here, stainless steel appliances. You still have gas cooktops, guys, so that's always a good plus. I know how much you guys love your gas cooktops. You got GE appliances in here. Now, we'll show you this here real quick before we head upstairs, but the thing I love about this is even though the backyard is a little bit smaller, you still have a killer covered patio. So let's flip this around here again. You know, backyards aren't super big in this community. You have enough space. Everything's brand new. These are gonna be dirt for the most part, but you do have a nice covered patio. So still a good spot to come out here and relax. And we'll touch on a couple of the pricing incentives at the end of this particular section of the video, but let's go ahead upstairs real quick. Now, one of the things that I absolutely love about Taylor Morrison is regardless of their price point, regardless of their product, their customer service is consistently awesome across all of their different developments. So we've had a lot of people that have had a Taylor Morrison home and their experience has been above average. So they come through after you've moved into the home. They do touch-ups after your movers have dinged some of the walls. So I just came to the top of the landing here. So we've got the stairs back that way. So right at the top, not a super big loft or landing area, but again, this is their bigger floor plan. They do have like a little floating desk here, which is a good use of space, especially if you have a kid that's gonna be, you know, doing homework or whatnot. Coming over this way, it's gonna tee off. You've got your primary bedroom over there to the left. You have your 2 upstairs secondary bedrooms split by a bathroom on either side. So these rooms are gonna be pretty decent sized. This is a 1,700 square foot home. So you still get a decent backyard. You still get decent sized rooms because I think with a 3-bedroom home, you're not wasting any of that space as it relates to the things that you guys aren't using or utilizing, but still really nice. Bathrooms, you're gonna have a shower over tub. It's pretty standard in your secondary. Single vanity sink, toilet, pretty much the basic essentials for everything that you need. And then this bedroom is going to pretty much mirror that other bedroom as it relates to the size, dimensions. Now, both of these windows are towards the back of the house. The 1 bedroom across the hall only has 1 window facing out to the backyard. This one has 1 window to the backyard and it has another one to the side. So this is a little bit nicer. You've got a little bit more natural lighting. Then right at the top of the stairs, not wasting any space, you have a stackable washer and dryer. So a little unique, but it definitely gets the job done and you're not wasting a ton of space in the upstairs living area for a washer. Across from that, you're gonna have your towels, linen closet, sheets, things like that, maybe a little bit of extra storage down there. And then towards the front of the house is going to be the primary suite. Now, this is gonna be directly above the garage. Pretty massive sized room, you know, for those of you guys who,
spend a ton of time in your bedroom. You still have a lot of room in here. So this is a king size bed. You've got two decent sized nightstands on either side. You have a spot for maybe a TV, mirror, dresser on that side, and then you have a door that goes into your primary bathroom. Now this isn't going to have your soaking tub, but you have your shower. You have a dual vanity sink over here. To the side, you're going to have a water closet that's going to be kind of next to the shower, and then you're going to have a pretty massive water closet that's next to the shower, closable. All the doors are off right now, but then you're also going to have this massive walk-in closet. Now, some people, this could be, a little bit smaller, and you could have done maybe like a loft upstairs somewhere else and kind of had some extra space, but still you get a decent sized closet, especially for trying to keep your budget down. Now, as for location, you're going to be about 15 to 20 minutes from downtown Sacramento, depending on traffic. Now, just east of this community, you're gonna have the Wild Hawk Golf Club. You're gonna have grocery, restaurants. You're gonna have everything that you need that's gonna be within minutes of this particular development. Now, the other thing that a lot of people really like about this vineyard area, even better, is going to be the Elk Grove Unified School District, which you guys know if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, the Sacramento area is a big win for anybody thinking about long-term and wanting strong schools. So you're gonna be over in some of the best school districts for the vineyard area in Sacramento, but you're also gonna be a part of Elk Grove Unified. Now let's talk a little bit about incentives that are gonna be here at this community. Taylor Morrison is offering an $8,000 lender credit when you work with their preferred lender. Plus, as I was just talking to the guy here, they are gonna have some flex cash. Now the flex cash does change from week to week, time to time. All right, now let's talk a little bit about pricing, because that's what you guys are really all here for. So they are gonna have 4 different floor plans. They're only gonna have 2 modeled here at Bluestone. So the Delia floor plan, which is gonna be their plan 1, that's gonna be their smallest floor plan. It's gonna be 1556 square feet, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. That one's going to have a starting price at $519,999. So right there, almost under that 500K range. They do have another one that's also gonna be available at $528,565. The next floor plan, again, they don't have this one modeled, is gonna be their Hunter floor plan, their plan 2. It's gonna be 1685 square feet, another 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom with a tech room, and that's gonna be $524,990. The Isle plan, which we showed you here, they're gonna have 2 of those floor plans, $540,999 and $569,999. And then they also have their Rainier floor plan, which is gonna be their biggest, 1730, 3-bedroom, loft, 2.5 bathrooms, and that one's gonna be at $544. So pretty much almost all of these floor plans are gonna be under $550K. So let's keep moving on this trip. Let's take you over to that next development that's also gonna be under that $600K price point.
All right, next stop is Rancho Cordova, and if you've been sleeping on this area, it might be time to give it another look. Between all the new development, easy access to Highway 50, and a more affordable price point, this spot has become a serious contender for buyers who want new without heading out too far. Today, we're touring Park Haven by Cresleigh Homes, a clean, modern community just south of Douglas. Near a new shopping center, you've got Rayleigh's, you've got a couple local restaurants. Now, you're also super close to Folsom, which is right next door. So if you want more restaurants, or you want to go hit up some trails in Folsom, or have a couple lake days, you're also super convenient to that. Now, they do have a residence 1 floor plan that's a 1,342 square foot single story. It's a great layout and a price point starting under $570,000. Now, we're not walking through that one today since it's not modeled, but if you're looking for something smaller and single level, it's definitely one to ask about. For today's tour, we're walking through their Residence 3, a 1,831 square foot home. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-story home that feels open, bright, and really livable. Now, when you first walk into this home, you are gonna notice it has a really nice entry spot. It goes all the way up to the 2nd story. You've got a view up to the upstairs, and then right off of the entrance over to my left is going to be this really cute office area. And this isn't just an office where they say, oh, it's an office or potential bedroom. This is actually a designated office space, not meant to be one of the bedrooms. So the nice thing about this is if you work from home, or if you homeschool kiddos, or if you need a great study spot, this is gonna be the perfect spot for that. So as you can see, they've put in built-in desks here. You've got tons of natural light with windows coming from the side of the home and a nice window coming from the front. This is gonna be a great quiet area to get all of your work needs done. Now, coming out of that area, this is gonna be where your stairs are gonna take you up. We'll go up there in a minute. This is gonna be a coat closet, perfect for extra storage. And then as you walk further back into the home is gonna be where we're into the great room living concept area. So I love this kitchen space. It's definitely big enough for everything that you need. You've got really nice Frigidaire appliances. You've got really nice modern looking cabinets with the wood look that they've got going on. Now there are a couple options here where you are seeing upgrades because we are in a model like the tile backsplash, but there's a bunch of different options that you can do to really make this your own and your unique style. Now, one thing that is surprising, but you may notice in this video, is that they still have gas appliances in this community. So for this being a newer community that just recently opened up, this is almost unheard of in the greater Sacramento metro. You don't see gas appliances in brand new builds anymore. So if you're one of those people who love cooking on gas and it's a must for you, this is definitely gonna be a community you're gonna wanna check out. All right, now moving along, one of my other favorite things about this kitchen, I do love this big, nice open island. You've got a perfect view over to where the living room is and the TV area. You're also super conveniently close to the dining room table. So you've got this really big, nice open space where everybody can hang out and enjoy each other's company while either you're cooking, maybe a kid's doing homework, or you're watching a TV show. Now, one thing to note here is that these homes do have a smaller backyard, which you might be thinking, oh man, I wish I had more space. But the nice thing about this community is that there is a park that is walking distance from these homes. So you really don't need a big backyard. You've got a great park space with great climbing structures and picnic tables and grass area over there that you don't have to maintain, but your kids can enjoy. Now, coming back this way, this is gonna be your living room spot. So again, a pretty decent size area. They've got a nice size sectional here, a pretty big screen TV, plenty of space to hang out with the family, watch a movie, or host a game. Now, walking back around the corner, this is gonna be your only downstairs bedroom, but it's nice that you actually have it. Now, even though this home is only a 3-bedroom, it is nice that you have a full downstairs bedroom. But before we check out the bedroom, this is gonna be the downstairs bathroom. So you are gonna have a full bathroom. Now, this is the bathroom that your guests would use along with whoever is using the bedroom downstairs. You are gonna have your stall shower, your single vanity sink, and your toilet. It's not a super cramped bathroom. This is a pretty wide door too, so if you've got somebody who maybe needs easier access in and out, maybe a wheelchair, this is gonna be a great spot for that. Now, walking into the bedroom, so again, this is the only bedroom that's gonna be downstairs. There's tons of natural light in this bedroom. You still have the really high ceilings. You've got a nice sliding closet door situation over there. And then over here, you've got 2 windows that are gonna frame the bed, let a lot of natural light in. Another window that's gonna face towards the back of the home. So this just has a really nice light and airy feel. Plenty of space. They do have a queen size bed in here, but plenty of space to arrange your furniture however you need to. But let's go check out that upstairs next. All right, now as we come upstairs, one of the things I really love about this home is I love just kind of the grand feel you have with the entrance. So because it is open to the downstairs, it does give this nice kind of grander feel. For being a smaller home, you just get that more upgraded vibe. All right, now coming back a little bit further, you're gonna have a nice little landing spot right here, perfect spot for linens or towels. And then coming back this way, this is going to be your laundry room. So they have the big heavy duty front loaders in here. With just a shelf. There is an option where if you wanted to put cabinets over that, you could. That would be an upgrade. But then you also have your media panel in here. Again, love that it's in the laundry room, not the primary closet. All right, then coming back towards the end of the home, you're gonna have a hallway that's gonna split this way. Your primary is gonna be on that side, and then your other secondary will be up here. Now, the nice thing about this room is it does have its own ensuite bathroom. It is a pretty decent sized room. They do have a twin size bed in here, but some pretty big furniture with, you know, a dresser over here. You've got 2 nightstands. You could really arrange the furniture a little bit differently in here to make it feel even bigger than what it is. And then you've got another sliding closet door behind the camera over there. Then coming back this way, this is gonna be that ensuite bathroom. So you are gonna have your single vanity sink, toilet, and then a shower over tub. Nice that this bedroom has its own private bathroom, so make sure you put your clean kiddo in here. All right, and then walking out of this bedroom across the hallway is gonna take us into that primary bedroom. Now, this bedroom is really nice. It's kind of the back half corner of the home. It is a decent sized room. They've got a king size bed bed in here. You've got a big dresser, 2 big nightstands. I love all of the natural light in this space. You've got a window that faces the back of the home, a window that faces towards the front of the home, 2 windows that frame the bed, just tons of natural light in here. Now, walking away from that, you're gonna walk into the primary bathroom. You are gonna have his and hers dual vanity sinks. You're gonna have a water closet right here, and then you're gonna have a walk-in shower towards the end, and then all the way around the corner is going to be your primary closet. Now, this is gonna be your primary closet. Not the biggest of closets, but definitely enough space to put everything that you need in here. Price-wise, this Residence 3 plan is available right now for $577,000, and Cresleigh is offering some solid incentives. Now, if you're a little bit further out, think design upgrades and potential credits there. They're also offering some awesome closing cost credits. Now, one of the main draws to this particular part of Rancho Cordova, the new part of Rancho, is going to be all of the schools out here. Now, the newer part of Rancho Cordova goes to the highly rated Elk Grove Unified School District. It's not super close by, but they do bus kids in and out, and it's one of the top rated schools specifically for this area. Now, if you're looking for a clean new home with a central location and something under $600,000, especially with 3 full bathrooms and a full bedroom downstairs, Parkhaven might be the perfect fit for you. All right, now we're in Folsom, and let's be real, this city is at the top of a lot of people's list when they're moving to the Sacramento area. You've got great schools, miles of trails, awesome shopping, super safe. It just delivers on lifestyle. All right, so that brings us to where we're at right now. We're here at Sendero and Folsom Ranch by TriPointe Homes. This is one of the newest additions to the massive Folsom Ranch master plan just south of Highway 50. And this neighborhood is walkable, clean, and super well connected. You've got new schools that just opened, a future town center that's coming, and there's already a ton of trails and parks nearby. All right, let's walk through their Plan 1, which is going to be 1,566 square feet. It's a 2-story home, kind of. You'll see what I mean when we get inside. It's got 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it is one of the coolest floor plans that you're going to see. All right, so coming in, this home is going to be a little bit different than any home we've shown on this channel before. So when you first come in, this door right here is going to be your entrance in from the garage, and the whole house itself actually sits on top of the garage. So let's go upstairs and check it out. All right, so this floor plan is going to be different than anything we've seen before. This is going to be more of your townhome, patio style home type living. Now, what I mean by that is this home that we're going to show you right now, it's, like I said before, 1,566 square feet. It sits on top of the garage, but not just your garage, it sits on top of the garages for the other 2 homes. All right, now when you first come upstairs, you're going to have this big open floor plan right here, this kind of great room concept. So you're going to have a really big living room right here. It's going to be connected kind of a great room style. You're going to have nice windows that are going to give a lot of light from both sides of the room. Now, coming back this way is going to be your dining area. Again, plenty of space for a big table. You could definitely have friends over. You could definitely host parties here or watch the game or game nights. Then over this way is going to be your kitchen. One of my favorite things about this kitchen is I love this island. They didn't put anything in the island. You don't have a dishwasher in the island. You don't have a sink. You don't have any appliances in it, which is really nice because you have this big spot for actual prep work. There's so many different things you could do on this island, making cookies, baking, what have you. There's plenty of space to really just cook in this kitchen. Now, you do have the option for upgraded appliances, which is going to be GE Cafe appliances that you see in this model. This is going to be one of their upgraded cabinet looks that you see. It's the black modern style, kind of giving it that really sleek look. All right, and then on one end of the home is going to be your secondary bedrooms. Now, walking all the way back this way, this is going to be the first of your secondary bedrooms. It's going to be a decent size. You are going to have a sliding closet door over here. You're going to have a nice big window towards the side of the home that's going to let a lot of natural light in. Now, one of the things I really do like about this floor plan is you still have the really high ceilings. So if you needed to put multiple kids in one room, you definitely have the space going up if you needed that. Now, right around the corner is going to be your other secondary bedroom. Now, this one feels a little bit smaller. They have it set up as an office, but still plenty of space for a twin size bed or even a bunk bed in here. You've got your sliding closet door over here. But then the nice thing about this room is all of the natural light that you get in here. You've got one window facing the side of the home. You've got another window that faces the other side of the home that just is gonna let a lot of natural light come in from that corner of the home. When you walk out of this bedroom, you are gonna have a nice linen closet right here, so plenty of storage in this house. And then opposite that is going to be your secondary bathroom over here. So this is the bathroom that these two bedrooms would share. It's also the bathroom that your guests would use. You've got your shower over tub. You've got a nice single vanity sink, plenty of space for everything in this bathroom. Now walking back across the home to the other side, before we get to the primary, is going to be this really cute little patio. Now coming out here, you've got a nice ceiling fan up there. You've got nice little can lights, plenty of space where you could be out here. You could barbecue, you could enjoy a nice little cocktail or a coffee in the morning, but just a nice little patio space where you can kind of come outside, get a glimpse of the outdoors, and you don't have to walk back downstairs to go out front. All right, now walking back towards the other side of the home, before we get into the primary, is going to be your laundry room. So this is going to be a little bit of a smaller laundry room, but you are going to have space for your washer and dryer. You're going to have your media panel over here. Again, love that it's in the laundry room, not in your walk-in closet. And then all the way on the opposite end of the home is going to be where your primary bedroom is. So you're going to have this nice big bedroom, plenty of space for your dresser, a king-size bed. You've got two nice windows that frame the bed, really giving it that nice kind of hotel vibe. You've got another big window that's gonna face out towards this side of the home. So there's a lot of sunlight that comes into this house that really gives it that big, open, airy feeling. And then back on this side of the bedroom is gonna be where your primary bathroom is gonna be. So you're gonna have his and hers vanity sinks over here. You're gonna have a stall shower over there, water closet. You have another linen closet right here. And then coming back this way is where your walk-in closet is. Now, this walk-in closet for this size of home is massive. There is a ton of space in here. You could do a built-in closet. You could do a whole bunch of different things with the space in this room, which is really nice for a little bit of a smaller home. There's a lot of different options with storage that you could do in here, which is great. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this community. So location-wise, you're about 30 to 35 minutes away from downtown Sacramento or the airport, which is a super easy commute. But out here, you've got a totally different vibe. So Folsom's gonna give you top-ranked schools, access to Folsom Lake, you've got shopping at the Palladio, and just a really tight-knit community feel out here. All right, so out here at TriPointe Homes at Sendero, they've got 3 different floor plans. Like we talked about, a completely different community feel out here. All right, so the one that we're in right now is gonna be the Plan 1. That was a 1,566 square foot home. The price point on that one is going to be starting at $526,000. Now the Plan 2 is going to be a 1,636 square foot home. It's going to be more of your standard 2-story with living on the downstairs as well as upstairs. That home is going to be starting out at $591,000, and it'll go up from there depending on lot. Then they've got the Plan 3, which is a little bit bigger. It's gonna be 1,870 square feet. It's a 2-story, it's 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. That home is gonna be starting out at $634,000. Now, all of these homes do offer a 2-car garage, and the Plan 2 and Plan 3 are gonna have more of a little patio style small yard.
All right, let's wrap things up in West Roseville, one of the most requested suburbs in the entire Sacramento metro. We're going to be at Summerfield at Sierra Vista by Woodside Homes, located inside of the larger Sierra Vista master plan community, which is a growing area with new parks, wide sidewalks, and multiple schools already built or underway. Now, the most affordable floor plan here is going to be the Lily, which is a single-story, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home listed under $550K. Now, in this part, it's going to be pretty rare in Roseville, but today we're actually going to be walking you through the Peony floor plan, which is going to be a little bit bigger. It's going to be a 1,554 square foot floor plan. It's still going to be a single story, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and most importantly, still under that $600K price point. This is going to be a great layout with a great flow, central kitchen with a big island and just the right amount of balance and open space and privacy. It feels like this is going to be a home that you're going to stay in for years. So let's go ahead and flip it around and take you through this house. So this is going to be a killer 3-bedroom. So you've got this nice open hallway. I love this about Woodside. And then to the right and to the left, you're gonna have this split bedroom and bathroom with another bedroom up towards the front, right? So this is gonna be kind of like, you know, obviously one of the 2, you know, kids' bedrooms if you need it for that. It's also going to be, you know, a good spot for an office. It's gonna be kind of away from everything. I know sometimes people don't really like having their kids' bedrooms up front.
but this is a gated community. So we'll touch on some of the other pricing at the end of the video. So this is gonna be that middle bedroom. You are gonna have a window that goes out towards the side fence, but these are pretty spacious rooms. They have this set up as an office, but this would obviously be another bedroom. And then in here, you're gonna have your secondary bathroom. So 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, shower over tub, beautiful upgrades, finishes, and features. And that's one of the things that I absolutely love about Woodside is they do really good with their finishes and features. Got a nice little landing zone here right out of the garage. And then you've got your washer and dryer. So now I love how the washer and dryer is kind of in the middle of the house, away from the primary bedroom and also away from the 2 front bedrooms. So sometimes you can run those front loaders at nighttime and they can get off balance and they can make a lot of noise. Now, the one thing I love about this Woodside community is that they put a lot of really nice finishes and features in the home. So this is going to be the main living area. So we're at the back of the house. You've got a nice little dining nook here. This is gonna be your main dining area space. And you got a chandelier over that. So you can put, they've got a pretty decent round size table in here. To my right, you're gonna have the living space. And this is a pretty decent sized sectional, guys. So this is actually going to be, you know, good, big, beautiful open window that looks to the backyard. And then you've got a big sectional with your massive TV. But over here is gonna be that kitchen. Now this kitchen is going to be a little smaller than what we've seen in some other Woodside homes, Shawwood, but you know, again, nice countertops, stainless steel appliances, pulls. This is an all electric or an electric primary kitchen with your stovetop. You've got GE profile appliances here. You've got a nice spot for your fridge, a little coffee nook over there, and then you've got this decent sized pantry, which you guys all know Lauren loves her pantries. She's not here right now, but she definitely loves the pantry. So now behind the TV where we were just at in the main living room is going to be the primary suite. Now this primary suite, again, on a 1,500 square foot house, I think you can't really get much smaller than the 3-bed, 2-bath kind of concept. This is kind of a sweet spot, just under 1,600 square feet, but still decent sized primary. You've got a king size bed, and then these are big nightstands. The other thing that I really like, you do have the AC right outside that window, but these houses are so well insulated and they're so energy efficient, you really can't hear the AC unit running right now. You've got nice tall ceilings. You've got it pre-wired for a fan. And then we're coming into, we've got a linen closet right here. Oh, no, we've got the water closet. That's a wide door for a water closet, but nice, plenty of space, toilet. And then you're gonna have your shower and dual vanity sinks. Big size closet right here. Attic access, and then just your standalone shower. And then this just kind of again goes to show you just kind of some of the quality that Woodside does in a lot of their homes. They do put a lot of really nice finishes and features in their homes that make it really nice for a lot of people who are moving, but they just don't really want to blow their budget. All right, now let's talk location, because Roseville is going to be about 35 minutes to downtown Sacramento, probably 30 minutes to the airport. But to be entirely honest, from this location, I know Lauren's mom sometimes has traveled. She's called us when she's landed at Sacramento International Airport. We used to live over kind of in this area. You could probably make that drive in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, but honestly, most people decide to stay local. So you've got a Costco that's getting built over off of Baseline and Fittyment. You've got a Safeway that just got built off of Pleasant Grove and Fittyment, and then you've got a Raley's One Market. You've got Topgolf, you've got trails, you've got 5 golf courses in West Roseville and a little bit in Central Roseville, and some of the best retail in the entire region being at the Galleria Mall. So as for schools, keep this in mind. This particular community is going to be assigned to Center Joint Unified School District and Dry Creek Elementary, which is going to serve parts of West Roseville. That's going to be on the south side of Pleasant Grove. So growing right alongside this new development is going to be a ton of other new construction communities like Sierra Vista, but this is going to be an area and a community that's going to be gated. It's going to be a great investment. Now, to just cover pricing again, there is going to be the Lily floor plan that's going to start under $550K. That's going to be a 1,359 square foot floor plan, single story, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2-bay garage. They are gonna have 3 other floor plans. They have 1 2-story modeled and 2 other 2-story floor plans that are not modeled, just to give you some ranges and some ideas. The next one is the Delilah. That one's gonna be about 1,989 square feet, 603 all the way up to 618. You've got the Lupine, that's gonna be 2,193 square feet, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 2.5 to 3 bathrooms, 2-bay garage. That one's gonna be about 644. And then the last one, which is gonna be the Marigold, that one's gonna be their biggest floor plan that they have at that community. And even for that one, 2,312 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 2-bay garage. That one's gonna start off at 646, and they also will have a quick move in at 649. So this is a great community if you're trying to stay under 600K and be in West Roseville. This is also a great community if you're trying to be under 650K and you still want that 2,300 square foot floor plan.
All right, so here's the bottom line. If your budget is under $600,000, you've got more options than you think. We've just showed you 6 different communities across the greater Sacramento metro where you can still grab brand new construction, builder warranties, and real incentives to help you get in the door.
From Natomas to Elk Grove, Folsom to Rancho Cordova, and Roseville to Sacramento. You can still find homes under $600,000, and the deals are absolutely out there. You just have to know where to look, and that's exactly what we help our clients do.
So if you're serious about buying and want help finding the right builder, neighborhood, and incentives for your situation, that phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, or better yet, whenever you're ready and whenever you're comfortable, go ahead and book that one-on-one Zoom call at the QR code that's right after this.
And if you're not ready yet, feel free to download our real estate app where you can search homes across the greater Sacramento area.